colors because we are celebrating our freedom.
Free day.
Free day. So, yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
So now we're gonna do like we do in Cape Town on the 2nd of January, a march.
We're going to have a march and celebrate.
Say for your ma and your pa, your other candy pom pom me.
I'm gonna just let you guys all go by me and get you as you go.
Your other candy pom pom me. Must be good take it to make.
Feel free to ask any one of us. We'll ask each other if we don't know. So yeah, like I said, this is conversation. So the idea is to have a conversation and to understand where we come from and what South Africa is like. Okay. So we'll start.
We call that, you call us colored. So in the colored community, we love to get together and then just tell stories to one another. So it's just this gathering. All our money goes into buying food and bring all our families together. And you guys call it potluck, we call it bring and share. So you bring your food and you eat, you dance and you tell stories. So your kids will really know all the stories about what happened 50 years ago. They bring the whole trail of slavery with them. And in our culture also, some people have monthly surnames, so it's January, February, March. And the story, this is just what I'm going to leave you with. The reason why they have those surnames is when you were a slave and you came into the country that time, February, your surname was February. If you come into the country March, your surname was March. That's how the month surnames came to birth in our culture.
Schools as well, and I thought this poem really stood out. It's called In Detention by Chris van Wyk. He fell from the 9th floor. He hanged himself. He slipped on a piece of soap while washing. He hanged himself. He slipped on a piece of soap while washing. He fell from the 9th floor. He hanged himself while washing. He slipped from the 9th floor. He hung from the 9th floor. He slipped on the 9th floor while washing. He fell from a piece of soap while slipping. He hung from the 9th floor. He washed from the 9th floor while slipping. He hung from a piece of soap while washing. This poem basically describes what they used to lock the colored and black people up for no reason. Like they had something called a dome pass that they had to carry around, and if you didn't have a dome pass, they would lock you up. And this was white officers, and they beat the black and colored community to death in jail. And then obviously on the death certificate you had to have a reason, and the reasons went from he fell from the 9th floor to something stupid like he hung himself while slipping. Can you see that this poem goes from like fairly relevant reasons to we call it jumble absurdity, which means it doesn't make any sense. Now that's what the white police officers did. They didn't give any clarity to the families of the colored and black people, and they would say stupid things like, everyone knows the verb hung refers to a thing and not a person, and they would write he hung himself, things like that. And that really shows you how much South Africa has changed, because things like this don't happen anymore, luckily, in our generations. But we also, the new generation also need to be mindful of what our past generations went through. So this poem just really stood out to me. Like, I love this poem in school. In English class, we get to choose which poems we do, and this poem I always draw to it because it means so much. Like, it just shows how far us as the colored community has come, and that's just what I wanted to share with you guys.
Thank you so much.